Okay, Micronesia, or if you want to call it Federal State of Micronesia, whatever. Now, don't take in calculation these numbers. I have no idea where they came to with this one. You can see even here in 2025, they say 113,000 people. Now, this is pretty much an error, as you can see. Growing rate, it is pretty much up, and also we can see the percentage in growing rate. It's still above, let's say, the threshold. Now look at this, 1955, around 36,000 people in these islands with a growing rate around 2.9%. That would be roughly like almost 1,000 people. Migration on minus, median age around 17 years old, one of those nonsense fertility rates, 6.6, 6.7, and the urban population around 22%. Now fast forward to 2025, 113,000 people with a yearly change around 0.5%. That would be like 500 people. And migration, look at this, minus 1,000, more than 1,000 people just to leave these islands. Median age, not that much increase, around 23 years old. Fertility rate, much more manageable now, 2.71, but still pretty high. And the urban population, 23.5%, so pretty much no change there. Now, as you can see here, at some point they have even some minus in population, but not that much. But you can see, especially in the migration, they're pretty much all day long on the minus. So it doesn't matter what's happening there, it's always on minus. So clearly things are not going that well in those islands, even though we can consider them as paradise. Now, in the future, in 2050, they say the population is still gonna go up around 126,000 people, and growing rate 0.4%. That would be roughly like just under 500 people, let's call it like that. And migration still on minus 500. Fertility rate 2.1, 2.2, which is much better, and urban population around 32-33%. Life expectancy, it is very good here, I would say. Both sexes around 72 years old, females 75, males 70, which is pretty good, I would say. Infant mortality rate 23.1, and death under age of 5, 28.8. So yeah, clearly the medical system is pretty much inexistent there. As you can see here, I choose to this. Look at this. They're just some sort of islands here, just spread around in the northern Pacific, I believe it is. So clearly it's not going to be that easy to manage. So yeah, religion is pretty much Christianity, 95% of them, and the other 4.1% is like folk religion. So nothing major there. Demographic pyramid, as you can see here, pretty interesting. Look at this. They have a male surplus around the age of 2022, and then they go in a female surplus for the entire population, which is quite interesting. So maybe, who knows, maybe the male population choose to leave and the female stay behind. Probably something like that. Economic, well, not so well, again, not that many people in the first place, but still it's one of those Pacific islands. So yeah, look at this. GDP nominal, it's around 372 million US dollars in 2018. Probably they got a bit up by now. And PPP around 353 millions. Growing rate around 1.5%, which is not that much. Per capita nominal is $3,634, and PPP around $3,454. So let's say maybe they got like 4,000 by now. Who knows, maybe a bit higher, but yeah. Per sector, agriculture it's 26%, industry 18%, and services in 2017, by the way, it's 55%. Let's call it like that. Inflation 1.5, not that bad. And unemployment rate, this is from 2010, it was 16.2, but I believe, who knows, maybe today it's like in this region like 10% or something like that. It doesn't even matter that much when you have such low numbers. Corruption, well, we don't have exactly information on this region right here, but I assume it's gonna be around perceived as less corrupt, or at least 50 points, probably even higher than that, up to 60, around that. History, as you can see here with this Micronesia, they got independence at some point from the United States, they say. At some point it was just Japanese occupation, probably in the World II, as you can see. Even a German colony island at some point. That's pretty interesting. And they stayed there for, let's say, 15 years, I think, around that. Pretty interesting. I don't think they're gonna have that much influence today, but it's pretty interesting to see. Now, the main event, as always, of those videos is how exactly those people live, and being so spread around is going to be a bit difficult to find every single one of them. So I'm gonna go with anything that I can see it in red. Unfortunately, it's gonna be the same story here. Not that many 360s, but at least we're gonna have some satellite data so we can actually see them. Pretty much, like I say, when you have those many islands spread around, it's gonna be tough to administrate, to find let's say some middle ground between good administration and growing and keep the population together and also growing. This one actually looks pretty nice. I have no idea what it is. It looks kind of old judging by those, and it's not exactly extremely well maintained, but in the same time it looks very well, so they maintain them decently well, let's call it like that. In this part of the world here, we have two, or it's just the same one posted twice. Let me see this one. Oh no, actually there are two. I have no idea what it is. Oh, it's probably something from the water. It's one of those native buildings, let's call it like that. It is interesting, I have to say. Yeah, in these regions, it's not gonna be that much of a different story from what we see so far, but it's interesting to see if we have some differences between them, but I believe it's not gonna have that many. But at least even these remote islands, we have 360, so somebody actually go there and make those, and it's not actually a bad quality. I never saw a license number like that, rentals CO. That's it. Probably like they have like 5 cars on the entire island, so you don't even need license plates there. You already just identified by the color and the model, and that's it. It looks pretty nice. Here in the wildness, again, they are a huge territory, even spread around, but also as islands. They are still, look at this. This one is a huge island. They can host a lot of people, and clearly they are not that many. I'm gonna have here in the urban area, and also the people, like I said, like 33, 20 something, 25% probably in an urban area. Now it depends exactly how you categorize an urban area. Probably differs by every single country. Some of them they see them differently, but here most likely we're gonna see this type of settlements. Those are probably native construction, and they keep them, they maintain them well here from what I see. So yeah, probably some tourist attraction, who knows. I'm not sure exactly how many tourists visiting these parts, but it's interesting to see that they maintain them well. They keep them alive, let's call it like that. Yeah, here you can see the population. It is spread around, so I don't think they live that much jammed together. They have some space between them, which is nice. A lot of trees here, so you can actually see those roof of their homes, which is again pretty good. Again, they're doing a decent job there. Now the good news, probably from what I can see, oh, it's an airplane from the World War II. It's an American one. That's nice. See, they have even those small attraction, I would say, but they're pretty interesting. I don't know what this guy is doing here, but it is nice. I mean, look at this. Just take one plane, and people's gonna come to see it. Well, not that many, but still. I have an airstrip here, yeah. So with the land, they have a lot of land, which is good for them. It just doesn't need to jam people together. When you have usually that much land, it should be cheap. It's just even take it for free at some point, I would say. I'm not sure exactly that's happening, but when you have that much land, we can pretty much give them for people to actually build their homes. Construction materials and that stuff, that could be, yeah, a problem. I'm not saying you should go back to how the native population used to build, or the old population used to build, but I don't know, maybe at some point even that is not going to be a hugely bad idea when you don't have a home to stay. But as you can see clear, they're doing pretty well. But yeah, economic, like let's say 4,000 per capita here is not that much. Maybe even 5,000 is still not that much. But who knows, maybe they can actually manage to do pretty well. From a satellite I can see, yeah, they spread them around, which is nice. Those are probably some solar panels. Doesn't seem to do that bad from above, at least. Now let's move to other islands. Now obviously not every single one of those is gonna get populated by humans, but some of them are. Unfortunately, you cannot have that many 360s. I wish you can have something here because it looks pretty well put together. They have an airstrip, which is nice. At some point probably they have some marine port. I don't see it, but Probably they get all the supplies from the air. Here probably looks like a cemetery, I'm not sure. They don't have paved roads from what I can see here from those images from satellites. But the houses are a bit spread around, not that jammed together. They have trees, which is nice. They seem to do pretty decent here, judging again from above. Even here they seem to do pretty well. Construction not so bad. Unfortunately, again, it's gonna be tough to see how those people actually live just from above and not just having some 360s on the ground. That's the power plant right there. So yeah, they are spread around. I mean, they're like more than 100,000 people in this region, so it's gonna be the same story. They're gonna see spread around, not on every single island, but still, we're gonna see some sort of the population. That's a way too small island. That's just pretty much a new island probably. Here there's no settlements in this one. Here the same. Yeah, that's a lot of small islands. So yeah, probably they're gonna develop one region. They're gonna stay. We're gonna pretty much put the money in that one, and the rest of them is just gonna keep them as, I don't know, resorts or national parks or something like that, or reservation, whatever. Yeah, again, it looks pretty good from above. Power plants that they have here, hopefully they invest some money in what they have, but again, they don't have that much in the first place. So yeah, how much you can do with that less. Let's see other parts here. Oh, it's a construction here in the middle of nowhere. That's interesting. And no, that's not a construction. Again, it's not gonna be easy. This is an island, but it's outside the reach, but you can see much more 360s there. This one's, oof. Okay, this pretty good here. Look at the water. Wow, that should get some 360s there, but unfortunately we can't see them. I don't even see a road here. Yeah, I don't see a road. Maybe it's just covered by the trees, but I don't think I see roads here. Very clean way of living, let's call it like that. Oh, it looks pretty good. Again, from above, it looks okay, decent, especially when you compare with other states. At least they have land and they don't live jammed together. That's a huge bonus. You don't know how much that matters until you lose that. And you're being forced to live just jammed together with other people. Now here we have some 360s there, we're gonna check that. But first I wanna see those communities here. Yeah, the same story I guess. But again, here a bit jammed together, I would say. I'm not sure exactly every single one of those. It's a different family that living there, but a bit jammed together in that region. Here more spread around, much better. Yeah, those one just a bit jammed there for whatever reason. Now let's check this one. Ooh, we have some 360 here. Can you get much better information? Ooh, that's a brand new hotel, I guess. So yeah, by this airstrip. That looks nice. That was looking nice. Let me check this one again. Hopefully it's not gonna be the same one. No, it's not the same one. It's a bit just much better made. You have cars here. This is 2018, so pretty old I would say, and those cars are pretty new for the 2018. Looks pretty good. The airstrip is there. Let me see this one. Okay, the roads pretty decent in this region. I don't like those barbed wires, but who knows, maybe it's from the airport security. I'm not sure exactly how the crime rate it is in these states, but judging by the low income, the only thing that can save them, I would say, just the culture, then just don't steal and stuff like that. Otherwise, with such a low wages probably and not that much opportunities, usually the crime rate, it is pretty high, usually. But that it depends on the, like I say, on the culture of the people. It can be very different. This is 2016, okay, so quite a while ago. Have those shipping containers here. That's a Curaçao hotel. That's a weird car. I have no idea what kind of car is that. Well, at least we have some 360s again. What else can we see here? Again, people not that jammed together, just living spread around, which is nice. Ooh, look at this, they have a heart here. I believe that's intentional. Come on, it cannot be just by the nature. What else? Ooh, let's see here. Okay, we have some decent numbers of 360, so we can actually see. Oh, this is inside the store. That's pretty nice. They have meats. Unfortunately, I have no idea what is that. I don't see the prices. Oh yeah, the prices is here. Roasting pig. So clearly it was an American influence here, as you can see. 79 pounds. I have no idea what much it is in kilos, but it's like 323 US dollars. Ooh, that's expensive. That's really expensive. Those prices are insanely high. Can we see some other prices? They don't show the prices here, they just have to guess. That's a lot. And the money has not that much money in the first place. Why they don't have prices? How am I supposed to know how much I pay for one of those? Yeah, pretty expensive, I say. Here, some garbage and I don't like it. There are some market stores, whatever they sell there. Probably fish, I don't know, just very close to the harbor. Pretty good. Oh, this one actually pretty nice. It's one of those bar restaurants on the short line. Not so bad. A hotel. Ooh. I don't want to go that far, but okay. Fortunately, we don't have. Oh, we have a 360 here. They are very small and hide it, so I have to keep an eye on that. That's a nice plant right there. It looks nice here. Probably it's like one of those resorts, because look at this. Every single one of those looks the same. I believe it's one of those resorts, but if it's not, it looks pretty good. That was the same one. Yeah, I believe it's the same one. Yeah, we have to have an eye for those 360s. It's just hiding in those places. We have some others. No, I don't think so. Yeah, people are pretty much the same. When you stay that much in a region, it's not like I'm gonna find something wow amazing and extraordinarily different. So yeah, it's just you kind of have to check all of those. That's why I'm doing this, because I say I'm gonna check every single country, so I have a great idea how those people actually, if that even work. What else can we see? Oh, look at this. They are somehow protected by this reef barrier, whatever they call it. Huh. Look at this. Somebody's just living here. This private island. It's pretty good. Probably one of those private islands is gonna it's gonna cost you a lot of money, so yeah. I don't think you need such a big island like this one, for example, but if you want one, probably it's gonna be like $10 million or something like that. That's the way they do the money. Pretty interesting. Oh, look at this. Now here, this seems like they have paved roads. I'm not sure exactly, but probably I'm mistaken. Yeah, I don't think they have paved roads. No, there's no way they have paved roads. But they live kind of jammed together with not that many trees. So clearly not a great way. And cows surrounded they are by the trees. So just probably this guy living the best than entire town. Again, they are very spread around, and I have to just look for those people in this region. Okay, they have an airstrip here. Clearly was used at some point by the military. Interesting history, you have to say. World War II, the shutting down planes, the Japanese occupation, and all that stuff. It is quite something. Yeah, in this region, it kind of doesn't matter, especially if you're an independent country, it kind of doesn't matter which one it is. Pretty much all look the same. with a few exceptions, like I said, I keep mentioning New Caledonia, when clearly we saw a difference, but that's pretty much a French territory, so you can see a much more influence, modern influence. It's expensive, but there's clearly a much better oh, have some street view here, a much better living population there. Let's check those ones. Here we have some dirt road in the forest. I don't think it's even look at this house. This is 2024, pretty recently. Yeah, not even, I mean, it's a dirt road, you can call it like that. Those cables above, yeah, not a great looking, but it is what it is. I'm interested what kind of wild animals they have here. Don't get attacked by anyone, anything. That's an interesting house there, just got built. Nice banana trees, nice mountains. Do they have electric power? I'm not so sure, but maybe they have. I don't see it. Where are the bananas? We don't see the bananas. A nice bridge. Yeah, where that goes though? The road goes right here. Let's see the end of the road, how it is there. Yeah, probably say, yeah, that's the end of the line. That guy still follows. Those are huge banana trees. Let's see the other end. Ooh, let's see here in the town. Let's start from here. Ooh, hopefully I'm going in a good direction. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah. They still have cars on this island. I mean, look at the potholes here. They're gonna have some change a lot of parts here, but I don't think they're gonna have some inspection to do with the cars. So yeah, but here they have paved roads. It's not actually pretty bad. It's pretty good. Have some nice lakes or water, whatever that is, on both sides. A bridge. You know what? Cars are not that. This is 2024. Okay, it's not. They're not that new. But hey, they have transportation, which is pretty good. Houses, not so well. Oof, kind of rough house here. That one doesn't like it. This one just a bit better, but not by much. It is expensive, I have to say. It sucks. It's everything probably is expensive here. Yeah, housing doesn't look that well. This whatever garbage it is here, just don't like it. Doesn't set well with me. Wow, look at this car. What just happened there? Yeah, it feels like they live jammed together for whatever reason. Not sure. But the houses is just no way. It looks horrible. The front yard's horrible. Cars probably better than the houses, but oh, this one looks actually pretty good. It's actually a nice house. And this one too. Somebody just died there and just buried them in the front of the yard. That's also a bit weird from Western perspective. Yeah, not so well, I have to say here. Not so well. Let me check some other parts. Yeah, it doesn't look that well to me, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Even here, the roads are pretty much in existence. I mean, like, I like a dirt road, but I like a smooth dirt road, not a potholes one. So clearly they have some traffic in this region, and judging by how many cars are in every single yard, it is quite a lot of traffic. So that's why you see those damaged roads. I'm not sure exactly how much is the distance between what they need. I mean, like the main city and their homes. Probably can use like lighter transportation, like I don't know, a bike or a motorcycle. This one doesn't work for whatever reason. Here it's much better. It's a paved road. It's very smooth, very nice. A bit narrow, but still they have it. It's It's even, no, I think it's illuminated, but I'm not sure if it's illuminated. Yeah, housing, it's probably, I don't know, maybe it's tough to get materials on the island. I'm not sure exactly, but house doesn't look well at all. Cars, just pretty much, you know, buy a car and send it here and that's it. But yeah, the house doesn't look that well. The housing market doesn't look well at all. It's just very rarely you can find a nice looking house. This one, decent. At least they have a new roof on that one. This one, not so much. Yeah, maybe they don't prioritize houses that much, or maybe they just want to, like I say, one of those places that just the house looks better on the inside than it looks on the outside. But still, it's just a bit rough on the exterior. Then I would like to see this one. It looks like they all have new roofs, or maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, those type of construction in front. Here doesn't look so well at all, but at least they have concrete roads, which is paved roads, which is pretty good. Okay, they have some people here. You can actually see maybe they go to school. Yeah, 100% of they coming from school. The yards here looks pretty nice. I kind of like it, but again, the house is just probably it's gonna be expensive to import materials, construction materials. But I don't know, maybe we should find a different way to build our houses with, I don't know, local source materials, whatever they can find to look better, because oof, it is rough. It is rough. I have to, or maybe some national program or something. There are not that many people. Again, 100,000 people. There's still a lot of people. Even if you look at the 1,000 people and 10,000 people, and you say, oh, not many people. Actually, they are quite a bit of people. 100,000. It's gonna be a monumental task for such a small economy, but they have to improve it, at least in the house department. Just look at this. It doesn't look well at all. And I don't think that one is abandoned. Just we have that car in front. A lot of cars. A lot of damaged cars also, but a lot of cars. Yeah, houses, very rough, I have to say. Not that well. Not sure exactly where is the capital, but maybe gonna check that. Oof, this one again. I don't like it. Just no thank you. Roads here, yeah, pretty damaged. This one is just abandoned. Look how many cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. In such as, oh, it's more than that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. And this is 2024. And look how the house is looking. Maybe there are multiple generations that are living in one house, which is even worse. This one is pretty huge house, as you can see from this angle. Ooh, that's a BMW. Those are expensive cars, especially here. You already see there? Japanese. Wait a second. Japanese weather station. Huh. This is a Japanese weather station? Doesn't look like one. Or maybe it is. So yeah, that's a BMW. That's the most expensive car that I see on this island so far. And that's a crappy looking house, I have to say. Those cables, yeah, doesn't set well with me, but it is what it is. At least the roads kind of got a bit better. That house was seeing better days. And this is a bus station, no? It's a shipping container, but I don't believe it's a house. It was like a small store or something like that. This island, it is pretty well populated, I have to say. I don't think it's a capital, but it is pretty well populated. We're gonna check for the capital immediately. Ooh, look how many Coca-Cola drinks this guy drink. He likes a lot. Like the banana trees, as always, pretty nice. Roads in some area pretty decent, in other area good, in others just pretty much absolutely trash and horrible. Whoa, those are expensive cars. This is the most expensive that I see so far. Not sure which car is this one, but this one, it is expensive one. So yeah, I don't see that much American influence, except, you know, the currency, it's US dollars, the measurement units US. But cars, I don't think I see that much influence, except that I think it was a Dodge Ram or something like that, or a GMC, whatever it was. Houses, yeah, not so well so far, at least. Probably gonna go in a capital, we're gonna see a bit different story there. Japanese influence, except that weather station that they have there for whatever reason. Also, I don't see it. Otherwise, pretty. Look at this island. It's a mountain, pretty much. Huge one, mountain island. Pretty interesting. Those roads in a forest, and you see how they will. Oh, not even a road here. It's just a trail, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much nothing there. What else can we see in this huge land? I'm not sure if it is. No, I'm not sure if it's the Micronesia here. What is the capital of Micronesia? Let me go again. Where is the capital? Palikir. Oof, I don't think we checked that island, so let me check. Let's see. All right. Let's see how those people live in this capital. Pretty good street view. Let's go for this southern part of one. Ooh, the road's pretty good. Houses not so well so far. But oh, it's pretty much a lot of traffic here. Here, I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Probably some local institution, whatever. But I don't think it's a private house, but who knows. House pretty big. This one is just abandoned 100%. Nobody can live here. It looks, the road is nice. Road is pretty good. How many people living in this capital? Oh, where is that? Population 6,000. That's pretty much nothing. But still, let's see it. I kind of like it here. Roads are impeccable. Houses, not so well. Trash cans, pretty much improvise. Cars, this is 2025, May. Oh, this is actually this month. Extremely recently. So just like, I don't know, 2 days ago. So before this month, we didn't see it. We didn't have those 360s here. That's a brand new car. Not sure exactly which. Maybe I don't know this brand. I don't think it's a Toyota. I don't know, it's something else. But it is an expensive car, so clearly. Here in the main island, the capital, even though there are not that many people live here, already seems to do pretty good. They don't even have license plates here. Only on the back, okay. Oh, maybe that's some California influence. I think in California you don't need to require, they don't require a front license plate, so maybe that's some American influence there. Here the road, well, not so well, I have to say. They have those strips of road. Probably they just start doing those street views, 360s, which we can appreciate that, I have to say. This is 2025, probably again the same. Doesn't even load anymore, so clearly extremely recently added. Again, this month. We are lucky, we are the first one to see those things. That's pretty good. So see, that's a sign of improvement. I'm not sure exactly if the government demands to have those street views, or I don't know, just someone from the Google say, hey, just go there and make those, or maybe anyone can do those 360s. I'm not sure, but they start to have it. So clearly this is very recently, it doesn't even work, as you can see. Doesn't even work, so let's go in a capital here. Let's see. Not sure exactly if you can call this a capital, like 3 houses here. Maybe this one, it's more like the main city on the island. Doesn't even work, come on, I want to see those. That is actually important. Okay, we see them now. Uh, wow. They have concrete roads and some paved roads there, which is pretty decent. Housing, well, not so well. Not sure exactly what game is this one, but just came from the school 100%. Probably it's the same guy with that Nissan that we saw earlier. That was some old construction there with some graffiti on that. This car has like a million parts from different other cars. It's a donor car maybe. These cars, a lot of cars, a lot of garbage car abandoned on those islands, and not just here in Micronesia, just in all those regions. For whatever reason, I don't know if they like cars that much or whatever, but that's a petrol station. But they seems to have a lot of abandoned cars. Abandoned or garbage cars. Yeah, here, roads, not so well. Ooh, that's an expensive car. How in the hell they can afford to spend that much money on this Toyota? I don't know, maybe I have some military bases around this one and there are some Americans there, then I just pretty much buy the cars, or no, they just import it here. Because with that 3,000, not even close. And I see how most of the people living here just, no way. Apartment buildings, well, we didn't see those in a while, so yeah. I still don't like it. Some decent old buildings here. It looks better than other parts, and clearly you can see they're doing much better here economically, judging only by the cars. Housing, still not so well. I'm not sure exactly what's happened there, but maybe they don't prioritize houses that much. That could be. That's a weather station, I think. Maybe that's the Japanese one. Yeah, maybe they don't prioritize cars that much. They don't care about them. It's just more important the car than the house. But yeah, overall, those are expensive cars, by the way. They have some really expensive one. I mean, just even here in Europe, you cannot afford, most of the people in Europe cannot afford those cars, so seems to do pretty well there then. This is 2017, yeah, definitely some sort of the resort or hotel or something. Looks like that. Maybe it's just blocking, I have to double click it. Yeah, eventually it's gonna work, but it's in April, still very recently. Have some sort of projects here for 6,000 people living in that part, but not the main city. This is probably the main city, is the best one looking that I see so far. Let's go here. They have even a stadium. Some problem with those 360s, but can't be that picky, I guess. Ooh, they have even an event here. Yeah, some people doing well, others not so well. Those one clearly not so well. But this one, it's an expensive car also. I'm not sure exactly how those people make their money, but again, I believe that when you see that migration, probably most of them those doing pretty well choose to work outside the country for better wages, and they just come and spend the money. It's a way to jumpstart the economy. I talk about that in other videos. I'm not agree with that, but it's the easy way out for governments, and governments, are people as anyone else, so they're gonna look for the easy way out every single time. In long run, it's not gonna work, but hey, at least they have the illusion that things are going good direction. Because a lot of cars. No idea what people just using cars for everything here. Probably nobody's walking anymore. I don't see a goddamn bike so far, or a motorcycle or nothing. It's just cars everywhere. Cars, and they don't even have an infrastructure for cars. So yeah, they have some decent road in some regions, but it's decent, not good roads. Ooh, that's a huge airport there. Airstrip at least for these regions. Again, some problem with these 360s. I have to go 3-4 times at some point. Nah, still doesn't work. Let me check again. Now it's working. Okay. Maybe because it's very recently and that's why. I'm not sure. Who's gonna pay this guy? Who's gonna have the equipment to make those 360? Clearly they have to do, I don't know, some sponsorship, or I believe even the Google, maybe they just contact them and say, hey, we want to make some 360 there. You know someone? We're gonna pay for gas. We're gonna send the equipment, and even I'm gonna pay from the guy who drive the cars. Who knows? Wow, that's an interesting house there, but again, doesn't look that well. Abandoned cars always, and a motorcycle. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I think it's the first one that I saw. Roads here, decent. Okay, I see worse in this region, so yeah, this is pretty decent. Cars, some construction here. It looks like, I don't know, they have one generation living here, then the next one came after 10 years, and those who lived before, they just move somewhere else. That's a pretty decent house that I saw, at least so far. Ooh, this one it's a bit better, but nah, it's not that great. Cars, look at this, 2-3 cars per house, in every household. They love cars here, I guess. Probably if as a mechanic you're gonna do pretty well here, or not even a mechanic, so not, maybe as just part store, you're gonna do pretty well. Oh, man, look at these cars, how much damage did they have on them. So clearly the air, the salty air here, this is what it's gonna do to your car. Maybe that's why they have so many cars. They just buy one, it's gonna rust in the first 2-3 years, then drive another one, buy another one. The car doesn't even break down, it's just they got eaten by the air, by the salt in the air. Somebody just fixing their car there. This road is pretty good. And keep in mind, this is not the capital. The capital, it is here. Judging by those street views. What is this? It's April 2025. Okay, this is the capital, but the roads here is just, oof, look at this. You're gonna destroy your suspension car in a few months. Pretty good actually. If they have like a smooth concrete here, with the good paved roads, it's gonna improve everything 10 times more. Those are expensive cars, by the way. Not sure about those license numbers. I don't think they are US license number clearly, but they have that style. Let's see this road. Oh, this one it has to be a good one. Decent. Let's call it decent road. Housing here, yeah, pretty much the same. I don't like houses in this region. I always thought you're gonna have great houses here, even like in this old type of architecture. Car wash, yeah. Probably you can do a lot of money with car wash here too, because you don't want to have that salt on your car, because we see how much damage that they can do. It's the same one, what the fuck. Let me go somewhere else. Yeah, probably can do some decent money with that too. Those fences here, I mean, what's the point of this? Just spend, look at this, how much wasted money it is in this fence. What's the point of that fence? Come on, you don't need it. Yeah, those power lines, you already see my opinion about them. Clearly there is a lot of things can improve here. Yeah, those, it just doesn't look well to me. Just those fences, just nah. Better use that money for better roads. You're gonna pay back 10 times more than having those nonsense fences everywhere. Ooh, that's an expensive car, by the way. So clearly some sort of an American influence, I would say, but not that much. Not a huge one. Probably this is like the school district or something like that. I'm not sure. And look at those guys. Maybe they can, maybe they have cheap cars, who knows? But they don't have roads, so what's the point having a car if you don't have the road in the first place? You start with the road, then you buy the cars. Or you import the cars, whatever. Yeah, disappointment in this region about housing. Roads, when you have that many cars, proof. It's not gonna look well, especially with that small economies. It's not gonna do well. Landscape wise, I like it. It's pretty nice. But again, it's the same story as every region, every country in this region. Not something extremely impressive, I would say. It's not that impressive. I don't know exactly what's happened here, but doesn't look good at all. Again, look how many cars there are here, and doesn't look that well at all. Yeah, they don't prioritize that's for sure now, that they don't prioritize houses here. Just for some reason they don't care about them, which is kind of strange because this is where actually you live. Yeah, clearly the brakes are not working that well. The handbrake doesn't work. What's the point? I guess just buying cars to drive them on the road that pretty much doesn't exist, when you can spend that money elsewhere, like first of all education and then your better house. And yeah, it's different priorities, but it's not how you build something great, by spending money on those depreciation asset. And it's not like a big island, or first of all, like I said, they don't have even roads, so even if you have a bicycle here, you'll be pretty good. Then buy a motorcycle, whatever, and then after you make the roads impeccable, and your house and medical system, which clearly you don't, then you can graduate to a car. And brand new cars, decent cars that are actually, I don't know, coded for this type of environment, so it's not gonna rust immediately. Otherwise, if you're gonna end up with junk cars, with yeah, I'm not exactly know what this guy is doing there, but I have some thoughts. Yeah, I don't see them. I don't see, when I see civilization like this prioritize one thing over another, that it doesn't set well with me. Just I don't see the point of buying that many cars when you don't have the roads, or you don't have the medical system. Clearly you don't have even the education. Yeah, okay, this one is a brand new road, I get it, it's gonna set well, but look how many traffics. Even probably on this island not that many people, but every single one of them using a car, so they're gonna put a lot of damage on those roads very quickly. So yeah, again, doesn't set well with me, but I guess I'm a bit different than those people. So yeah, that's a nice church here. And again, those fences, like how many people are on this island? Like 10,000 people. Come on, you don't need that many fences. And also, it's a waste of money. You can jump this fence immediately. This one doesn't look so well. Yeah, clean your yards. It doesn't look that well. Those houses, just pretty much, if you don't have a plan to restore it, just demolish them. It's gonna look much better. This one is just no. Yeah, I see the poverty. It is poverty, I guess. We have to see that too. Just we cannot not take any consideration that, but give away to oncoming traffic. Oof, that's weird. Oh, that's a dog here. Look at this. Yeah, it's just poverty. You can see it. I don't remember seeing a nice house. I mean, like, it was a decent house, judging by the way they live here, but probably they need to have some good neighborhood. This one doesn't look like a good neighborhood, but let's check it anyway. Oh, look at this. That's an expensive Jeep, but it looks nice. Housing here. No, thank you. Give me some South Africa vibe here. Yeah, it's just no thank you. No thank you. Ooh, that's a Hyundai Conan, I think. It's an expensive one. It's a brand new one, like 15-20,000. One of those. In Europe at least, 20,000 euros. Maybe here it's a bit cheaper, but still, it's a lot of money. A lot of money for a country that have 3,000, maybe 4,000, 5,000 GDP US dollars per capita and pretty much no roads. That's gonna be expensive. Oh, this one's also expensive too. Yeah, it doesn't set well with me here. It's just, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? The region is nice, the landscape is nice, the potential is there, but anything else, it could be improved pretty rapidly, I would say, especially in the housing department. Even just paint the roof and the house and get rid of those junks here and make a better yard, and it's gonna improve tremendously. So in the cheapest way possible, you're still gonna have a much better looking house, especially on the outside. God knows what's happening on the inside. This one could have some decent potential to the sea. I get it, they're close to the sea. I don't know what is this, a bunker? Who built this, like expecting the war to come or what? Yeah, this one's huge houses. Even those one probably looks better, let's face it. That's a nice Suzuki. Yeah, it's just doesn't stay well with me. But hey, maybe it's just me. Let's check this street. Yeah, of course it's gonna have some problems. Ooh, not so well. Again, a fence doesn't need it. The house not so bad, I have to say, but this fence kind of ruined everything, and pretty much no trees. Yeah, it's not gonna look well. A lot of cars, for God's sake, whatever reason, a lot of cars. Yeah, I guess that's the video for today. I don't want to go too much. It's just pretty much gonna say the same thing. Nice landscape. I didn't see something great that I'm gonna say, oh, that's gonna be great to visit or to go there. I'm not sure exactly how they're doing with those soldiers here. I'm not sure exactly how they're doing. Oh, skip some Japanese influence, I would say. I'm not sure exactly why would you come here to visit, but hey, it is quite a bit of the population in this region, so yeah. And look at the position where they are, maybe closer than other here, but if you go all the way up here, just go to New Caledonia, it's gonna be much better, I guess. Yeah, so I guess that's the video for today. Check the other videos and see you next time.